Traitors, turncoats, Trojan horses. What's behind the Democrats' new love for the guy they called Hitler just a few weeks ago? I spent an hour on Piers Morgan's show Uncensored and told Lindy Lee, the recent Kamala Harris senior advisor, now pro-Trumper, this OG original gangster MAGA guy wouldn't trust her as far as I could throw her.
Well, I think you'll find that Lindy has drunk the Conservative Kool-Aid since you last saw her.
Eric, I'm not sure if you remember, but just a few weeks ago, you retweeted an attack on me.
Oh, I like this start. Come on, what was that about?
Oh, no,
you did.
I'll tell you exactly what it was.
You
I said
remember?
be very, very careful. Yes, of course I do. I remember. I said that I believe you could be a Trojan horse. I believe that someone who spent the better part of the last election supporting Biden and Kamala Harris all of a sudden sees the light after Donald Trump wins an election. I mean, you're not that much different from Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos and the rest of them, but I think we should all be careful.
You're a busy guy, Eric, so I don't blame you for not paying attention to my media appearances, but I've been criticizing Biden well before Election Day. I raised concerns, and that's why I faced blowback from the Democratic Party.
I've been pretty much MAGA since the day one, and as someone who I think speaks for a lot of MAGA folks, I recommend we just be very wary of the folks that are late to the game.
It's good to see you again. It's been like 10 years.
Julie, unless you want to settle any scores while you're there or bestow undying love to somebody, then we can move on.
I'm happy to bestow undying gratitude to Eric Bolling, who I used to sit next to on The Five and other shows at Fox for a long time, and I can tell you he was MAGA from the very beginning. He stuck by it through thick and thin. When Trump was in, when Trump was out, Eric, you were always MAGA. And I would say I would be a little suspicious of people who would have been with Kamala Harris had she won the election, but suddenly, as soon as somebody else comes into power, they suddenly flip and decide they're going to support Donald Trump. So I do agree, Eric. Say what you will about you. You and I don't agree on anything, but you were misguided about MAGA from the very beginning, and you stuck by it.
But I've been shifting rightwardly. Frankly, it's none of your business. I don't owe you an accounting of why I turned rightward.
Lindy, your shift happened after the
don't,
election.
but nobody believes you.
You've been shifting all recently, but you weren't shifting when you were a surrogate for both, the Democrat Party and then Kamala Harris.
Yes.
MAGA rejects her. Sorry, Lindy. MAGA rejects you. And frankly, MAGA rejects Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, and the rest of the people who decided that there's a more fruitful path towards Mar-a-Lago and the White House now than it was 4 weeks ago.
You are not the gatekeeper of MAGA. No one appointed you. I don't like St. Peter by the pearly gates. That's not up to you. You know who it's up to? It's up to American people. And I have gotten thousands of letters, thousands of messages on a daily basis, and I read as much as I can. I have never seen so much kindness, barring these far-right lunatics. Eric, you're not one of them. I actually happen to like you outside of this. The amount of love and welcome that I've gotten from conservative Republicans is so incredible. So incredible.
Lindy, I would have so much more respect for you if you would just say, look, I've been a lifelong Democrat. I've supported the Democrats. I've worked with the Democrats. I've raised money for Democrats, including Kamala Harris. And you know what? I'm not all of a sudden changed and see the light that Donald Trump is the savior.
What I mean is,
but you flipped so dramatically in such a short period of time, Lindy. Give it a breath. Give it a breath. You're out everywhere that will host. Julie's right. Everywhere that will host you, you'll go on CNN, MSNBC, Fox. You're all over Fox saying what a great, pro-Trump MAGA personality you are right now because you're getting booked all over the place. Give it a minute.
Hold on, I never once said I was MAGA, to be honest. I've never even used that word, so I don't know why.
Well, Trump is MAGA. Let's be honest. Trump is MAGA, period, full stop.
What say you? Hit me up on social media and please subscribe to Bolliing on YouTube and podcast platforms everywhere.